So this little play was originally written by R.T. Lawton, and I don't think R.T. joined us tonight, but he wrote this back in 2009, most of it, and then we embellished quite a bit. Brought it a little up to date, and added a few things, and then also Jeffrey Lockwood, our Wyoming representative, also added a few things, so. And I embellished quite a bit, so. Anyway, I hope you enjoy, and here we go.
Take it away.
Hey!
People versus Santa Claus.
Uh-oh.
It is hereby charged that on, about, or during the last 150 years, the defendant, known as Santa Claus, has conspired with other unknown co-conspirators to, one, defraud the United States, if not the entire planet, by declaring himself the sole judge in determining who is naughty and nice, and thus deciding who receives presents on an annual basis. In violation of Title 18 U.S.C. Part 1, Chapter 19, Section 371. And two, has operated an illegal sweatshop to make these presents in violation of Title 18 U.S.C. Part 1, Chapter 77, Section 1589. Mr. Do E. Good, please proceed with your opening statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. First, as is customary during this Christmas spirit of giving, I have a little gift for you. Merely a token of my appreciation for all this difficult work you do.
Oh.
Hearing these many cases of unrepentant criminals preying upon our innocent society. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we are here to try a legend, a very powerful man. But don't let that scare you. For tonight, I will prove to you that this powerful man, this so-called legend, has engaged in an outrageous conspiracy to defraud the planet and run an illegal sweatshop.
Oh.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. And we have witnesses to prove it. Tonight, you will hear damning testimony from Elmer L., the most charming, hardworking man on the planet. And corroborating testimony from Miss Answer, a salt of the earth working girl, who will tell you that the Santa that we know is not the Santa that legend makes him out to be, but rather a slave-driving, mean, fat man who will do anything, including refusing toys to nice boys and girls everywhere, simply to make a buck.
Ms. Alka-Seltzer, please proceed with your opening statement.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, look at my client. This is Santa Claus. He's
He's a legend. The planet's notorious giver of happiness to good girls and boys everywhere. Just look at him. Look at those twinkling eyes, rosy cheeks, and little round belly. Does this look like a man who runs a sweatshop and harms little children?
No.
Tonight, I will prove to you that these charges against this gentle soul are totally without merit. The truth is, this trial is a fraud, brought on by an uptight so-called do-gooder out for revenge simply because he's received coal in his stocking for over 20 years. Santa knows naughty when he sees it, and this man is the naughtiest of them all.
That's enough. Dr. Do-E-Good, Mr. Do-E-Good, please call your first witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. The prosecution calls one Elmer Elf to the stand.
Oh.
Elmer Elf, please raise your right hand. Do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do. You're gonna need that.
Please state your name for the record.
I'm Elmer Elf.
You're a little big to be an elf, aren't you?
I work out a lot. Well, I used to. Now I just work all the time.
Where are you employed?
Santa's workshop out in North Pole.
And what do you do there?
Well, a hammer, a saw, a paint, a carry. All of the cells are locked inside the workshop 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, with no time off, especially when it gets close to Christmas. I tell you, Santa Claus, he gets wound tighter than a kid with a yo-yo. The pace is so fast and furious, we're all sweating like sumo wrestlers in a sauna.
Thus, the sweatshop charge. Try to say that 3 times fast. And they're locked inside. Not a pretty picture.
Oh, dear.
I also noticed that you look a little gaunt, like maybe you're missing a meal or two now and then. Are you allowed breaks?
You mean like for legs and arms? Sure, just long enough to patch them up and get back to work. Food, not so much.
I noticed that Santa and his wife stay pretty healthy.
Well, that's because cookies and cocoa aren't the only thing Santa and Mrs. Claus have been cooking up. Check the company books. He's making a mint.
Peppermint?
Dough, the green stuff.
That doesn't sound appetizing. Moldy dough?
Money, De Niro's. Geez, you don't get out much, do you? Look, what you need to know is Santa will do anything to make a buck. That includes using slave labor and not upgrading the equipment in the workshop.
Santa has never upgraded the equipment in his workshop? There are no automated assembly lines, no robotics to help you poor little guys do your work more efficiently?
That's correct. Santa runs the shop like we're still in the industrial age. He refuses to modernize his antiquated production line. The man is so frugal, he'd make a Scotsman blush.
But how does he get away with it? I mean, the regulation.
Regulations? Please. He's Santa. He bribes OSHA and others by promising to put him on the nice list. Nobody likes to be the one to get cold in their stockings.
Tell me about it. But at least you're paid well for all this hard work that you do, right?
Not a single penny. We don't even get vacation or sick time or a retirement program. We're slave labor. That's what we are. Cheaper than machines, and may I say, more expendable.
Are you implying that Santa is a murderer?
Oh, my heavens.
That's right. He works us to death and then disposes of us like misfit toys.
Objection. That's nothing but hearsay. There is no proof that Santa disposes of his elf in an ice cave. Anywhere. Take it.
I know a very large snowman that might have something to say about that. If only you could talk. You see, this elf pulled out all his teeth once and, well, it's a long story.
Abominable. Simply abominable. Now, I have to warn you that you're about to be given a rough go by Miss Alka-Seltzer, the slick, high-priced attorney which the defendant, the infamous Santa Claus, has hired. And you should know. There's a reason they call her the Rocky Mountain Cassidy. So pucker up, friend, because she's going to try to blow holes in this story. Your Honor, that's all the questions I have for this witness.
Ms. Seltzer, do you wish to cross-examine the witness?
You bet your ass I do. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Elf. Ever swearing on this Bible right here?
Yes.
Do you remember the part about telling the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Yet you claim that my client, the legendary Mr. Santa Claus, is forcing you to work 24 hours a day and that you're not paid for any of your hours?
Yes, I swear, it's true.
Aren't you leaving a little something out? Like, say, Santa covering for the thousands of dollars of debt that you owe Rudy Reindeer and his associates after repeated nights of playing reindeer games in the back room of the North Pole Cabaret? I have a picture.
Oh!
Wait a minute. I swear.
Are you saying you don't even own a getup like this one?
Well, I do, yes, but that's not me. I'm being set up.
Santa paid your debt out of the goodness of his sweet fan heart so that Rudy and his associates wouldn't break your legs, and in return, you promised to work day and night wage-free to pay him back. Now you're saying that he's the one taking advantage of you? Santa feeds you, clothes you, saves your very little elf life, and this is how you return the favor? Your Honor, I'm done with this witness.
Mr. Dogood, you may call your next witness.
I call to the stand the delightful Miss Dancer.
Yes. Do you promise that you ate?
Right hand, please.
Right. You promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Absolutely. You're gonna need this too. I like your candy.
Now, Miss Dancer, could you please state for the record that we don't know each other, so there will be no perception of any corroboration between us?
Whatever you say, Big Daddy. I mean, Mr. Good. We didn't, we don't know each other outside of this very professional relationship.
Very good. Now, could you please tell us where you've worked the past several Christmas seasons?
I work at the North Pole Cabaret. It's a bar, club. Santa always hires me for seasonal help. We get real busy there. The elves, the reindeer, they need a place to kick back.
Does Santa spend a lot of time at the cabaret?
Oh, of course, he has his own private suite. He does all his important paperwork there, like making his nice and naughty list. Rudy Reindeer, his associate, he helps him.
And you observed this list making? It must be a very detailed process.
Not really. Mostly they play rock, paper, scissors, roll the dice maybe after taking bets from Rudy and his friends. I used to think that Santa was a jolly nice fellow, but the truth is, that naughty list grows every year because he wants to save money on making and delivering toys.
Ooh.
You heard it, folks, right from the mouth of this salt of the earth working girl. Despite what Santa has claimed over the years, he sees you when you're sleepy. He knows when you're awake. He knows when you've been bad or good, so it's all a lie. Santa doesn't watch the children at all to determine if they're naughty or nice. He rolls the dice. I rest my case, Your Honor. This man is a fraud. Did real good.
Mr. Good.
Your Honor, that's all the questions I have for this witness.
Ms. Seltzer, do you wish to cross-examine the witness?
Oh, I do. Ms. Dancer, before we get to this whole naughty and nice list claim that you make, would you repeat what you told the jury when you described where you work during the holiday season? In particular, the part about who visits the club, you can read it right here.
We get real busy then. The elves and reindeer, they need a place to kick back and relax. Yeah,
So what you're saying is these elves don't work 24 hours, 7 days a week? They're up at the North Pole Cabaret, swinging back a few peppermint schnapps while you're swinging around the pole?
Well, sure, the little guys come in, they bring in their cute little dollar bills. They love to stuff it in their stockings.
Is that so? Including Elmer Elf?
Oh, yeah, that's him.
And he brings cash?
Yeah, his money is so cute, you would love it. It comes in different colors. There's yellow and green and pink, very cute.
Are you sure this isn't Monopoly money?
No, it's worth a lot. Elmer told me I own a couple things called Boardwalk and Perfect.
No, Your Honor, I don't believe that this witness is competent to stand trial, so therefore I have no more questions.
Wait, that is not true. My last 3 boyfriends said I was very competent.
Redirect, Your Honor.
I'll allow it.
Miss Dancer, Ms. Seltzer, call your competency into question. I'd like to prove her wrong. Would that be okay?
Right here, in front of everybody? All these people watching?
No, Miss Dancer. This is a mental test. I'm going to ask you some questions, and you merely answer to the best of your ability.
Oh, sure, I can do that. I have lots of abilities.
I'm sure you do, sweetheart. Okay, first question. Can you tell us how many days in the week begin with the letter T? Can you tell us how many days of the week begin with the letter T?
Oh, sure.
Okay, and can you name those 2 days that begin with the letter T?
Yeah, sure thing.
Go ahead, tell us the name of the 2 days that start with the letter T.
Oh, today and tomorrow.
Absolutely correct. Now, for the second question. Would you please tell us how many seconds there are in a year?
There are 12 seconds in a year.
Excellent. And can you tell us how you determine that?
Absolutely. There's a January 2nd, February 2nd, March 2nd.
I rest
I need some relief. If the prosecution has no more stellar witnesses, let the defense call their first witness.
I call to the stand Rudy Reindeer.
Oh, my goodness.
Rudy, would you please, swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? Of course. Oh, good enough for me. Good enough. Hey, you're getting something over here. Yes, Rudy. Sorry. Here's a big one.
State your name for the record, please.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. But my friends call me Rudy. And therefore you is my friend. They call me Rudy.
Thank you. Could you explain to the jury what you do for Santa?
Anything you want. Mainly, I'm in charge of avionics and logistics, but I also oversee the North Pole Cabaret. Next to Christmas, the bar is the most lucrative operation.
And so Santa trusts you, and you him. Unlike Elmer else, you appreciate him.
Absolutely. I would do anything for Santa, including taking off the waist. Nobody else would. All the other reindeer used to laugh and call me names. Now I'm in charge. I just have this trusted confidant, his associate.
Ms. Dancer claims that as Santa's trusted advisor, you also help Santa with his annual naughty nice list. Is that true?
Oh, that's not true. I think Miss Dancer, she's real nice girl. She must have been mistaken when she was there, when she saw her reindeer games. Santa takes his nice list very seriously. He would never have a kid with a naughty list unless he was.
But is it true that the nice list is getting smaller?
Unfortunately, yes, that is true. The sleighs get a lot lighter these days, but Santa says that's because kids today are so entitled. I mean, a PlayStation used to be a toy box, not some overpriced video game machine. And these kids today, when they say they want apples, they're not talking about food. They don't get iPhones or stockings. Little ones are kicking, screaming like toddlers to buy their cookies. I've seen it. It's ugly.
So Santa isn't intentionally being mean by putting these kids on the naughty list. He's just trying to teach these kids and their parents a lesson.
Right. Exactly. It's not like he wants to put the little road rats on the naughty list. It's kind of fun. It hurts him. Look at him.
Oh.
He must be alive.
Oh.
No more questions, John.
Rudy, you say.
Hey, you are not my friend now. It's Mr. Reindeer to you.
Fine, Mr. Reindeer. You say Santa is a good and decent man. But isn't it true that you and your associates are also being controlled by the fat man in the red suit?
Your Honor, I object that it's the third time he has fat shamed my client. Could you order him some sensitivity training?
We can speak about Mr. Dogood's behavior and your own at the conclusion of this trial. For now, can we just stick to the subject? Mr. Reindeer, please answer the question.
Yes, Your Honor. Look, we've all had to work hard this year. In case you haven't noticed, there was a worker shortage in the North Pole, just like with the rest of the world. And when those elders left to go with that Cornelius character, go digging for gold, we all left short-handed. Trying to get quality equipment and supplies, it's not like it used to be. What was it, the truck driver shortage and the cost of goods? We all had to work on the sweat this year.
But unlike the elves, Santa pays you for all your hard work.
Not exactly, but we eat, we drink, we fly, we're happy.
Aren't you, in fact, just one more of Santa's slaves?
Hey, my nose is red, not brown, pal. I make my own decisions.
Is that right? Then who decides what bland, grassy mixture you get to eat every night?
Santa.
And who decides what time you go to bed in the barn and what time you get up in the morning?
Santa.
And who makes you fly through wind, sleet, rain, and snow despite all your objections?
Santa.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't upgrade your equipment either, does he? How many FAA violations has that old rickety sleigh had in the past 10 years? 2, 3 dozen? How many near misses with planes and superheroes?
Yeah, Iron Man almost took us out one time. He was mistaking us for evildoers. That was the worst. I told Santa we needed to improve the lighting of the sleigh. I'm getting older, my nose doesn't glow the way it used to.
And what was his response to your request?
I don't know, something like, suck it up, Buttercup.
Mr. Reindeer, think about it. We didn't even care. Okay, Mr. Reindeer, last question. This past Christmas, there were hundreds of thousands of allegations of Santa making good boys and girls everywhere cry after stuffing their stockings with coal instead of presents. You were on the roof while Santa delivered his so-called presents. Tell us, what did you hear? Is it true? Did he make the children cry? Rudy?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, he did.
Oh.
Nothing else, Your Honor?
Oh.
Pull yourself together, man, it's embarrassing.
Ms. Seltzer, do you have another witness?
Yes, Your Honor, now that Rudy has melted on the stand faster than Frosty in a greenhouse, I must call to the stand the one and only Santa Claus.
I trust you'll all be on the nice list this year.
Your Honor, I object. Bribing the jurors.
It's just a candy cane, Mr. Good. Settle down.
Well then, can I get one of those too?
No, you may not. You weren't been naughty this year.
Oh.
Here, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Santa? Mr. Claus?
Oh,
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
of course. Next to that egg fellow, I'm as honest as they come.
Santa, here's cocoa. The way you like
Oh.
Bottom.
Could you please state your name and address for the record?
Of course. reside at the North Pole.
I object.
To his name?
Your Honor, at last count, Kris Kringle had more than 25 aliases listed. Sinterklaas, St. Nicholas, the Curseman, Viejo Hospital, Yulo, and on and on and on. I want them all admitted in evidence as proof
Of what?
that he's a shifty, mean, fat man who defrauds the entire planet by changing his name and dressing up in different outfits.
Your Honor, again with the fat shaming.
Mr. Good, seriously, must you insist on focusing on the defendant's weight? Personally, I like a man with a little meat on his bone. And a twinkle in his eye.
I object.
What now?
Your Honor, he's charming you.
So what? Mr. Do-Good, I don't want to hear another peep out of you. Santa's right, you are naughty.
Please continue. Mr. Kringle, I know how busy you are, so I'm just gonna cut to the chase. You're being accused of using forced labor and running a sweatshop to make Christmas happen this year and of defrauding the planet. What is your response?
Oh, forced labor, running a sweatshop? You're kidding me, right? Folks, listen, I'll tell you what I told my team. The supply chain crisis is real, and we're all going to have to work hard to get things made, shipped, and delivered this year. The children of the planet are counting on us. It isn't just the elves who are working up a sweat. Like Rudy said, getting supplies and new equipment, it's been a challenge. But we won't let the kids down. We'll chop down trees and make everything by hand if need be.
Yay!
I know you will. And what about the prosecution's claim that you made the children cry last year? That you purposely distributed hundreds of thousands of lumps of coal instead of delivering presents?
Okay, here's the deal. I was told by global climate leaders that I have to stop distributing coal. It's an environmental thing. They tell me in the future I'll have to stuff little solar panels and wind turbines into stockings. For naughty children. If I had all this coal stocked up, what was I supposed to do? Forgive me, ladies and gentlemen. Look, I am not perfect. But what's the alternative? Amazon? Do you really want to rely on 100 container ships lined up at the port of Los Angeles and a nationwide shortage of truck drivers to get presents to distribution centers where retirees without bathroom breaks put boxes on conveyor belts, dump those into delivery vans, driving around with gas at $4 a gallon to get them out to every kid's house? You all need me, Santa Claus. Even Amazon can't match me and my reindeer.
You heard it, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. If you want Christmas this year, then Santa must be found not guilty. And I, for one, would like to thank you, Santa, for the long, tired hours, helping boys and girls everywhere experience the joy of long-standing tradition. Nothing else.
Do you wish to cross-examine, Counselor?
No, Your Honor. That's not fair, Your Honor. He's about to check my name. He's threatening me with coal or offering me a shiny, really pretty sports car.
You brought this on yourself, Mr. Good. Now, what's it gonna be?
Nothing else, Your Honor. I promise to be good.
Let the jury vote.
Oh.
I'll collect cards, Your Honor. You. 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 Other one over here. Your card? me. Your Honor.
Bailiff, would you like to read?
Certainly, Your Honor. Santa baby, hurry down the chimney while you are free, when you are free. You know who? XOXO, not guilty. I believe the very cute elf. Guilty on all counts.
Oh.
Of jolly fat man, not guilty. We need the magic of Santa. These are trying times to keep the spirit alive, not guilty. Santa is cute, call me 867. Not guilty. Santa is my superhero, set him free. Guilty. Finally, my mission is accomplished. The who's got and who will stop their singing and their ringing. Ho, 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 Grinch. Free Santa from this tyranny that is our legal system, which exists only to entrap and punish those who choose to live freely. These people will try to cancel anything. Keep our traditions. Free Santa. Hashtag stop cancel crow culture. Dear Santa, I want a pony, you promised, thank you. I got cool last year, guilty. Santa for president, 2024. Better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why, because you're going to prison.
Thank you, Bailiff. Santa is found not guilty.
Yay!